Welcome back to my channel. So with Mario Day just having passed and the Mario movie on the horizon, I thought now would be the perfect time to rank which characters from the Mushroom Kingdom we think would be stoners. You know, it hasn't worked in my past videos, but let us really hope that this somehow manifests an announcement from Nintendo, because we need a fucking Mario game. But before we get into things, we obviously have to smoke. I'm not going to be showing this on camera for obvious reasons, so use your imagination. To those participating at home, cheers! Well, now that I'm fried, and hopefully you are too, let's get to what you came here for. Before we get into anything, I have to say, I am not doing every single Mario character, or every character from a game. I'm sorry. Feel free to comment your list down below, or even make your own video. You know, since we say that we're kind of like going back to like the late 2000s culturally, I feel, in like negative and positive ways, bring back video responses. That we need to normalize that again. That could be fun. So yes, I'm not gonna do every character, but I think the list I have curated is gonna be fun. I think I picked, like, you know, obviously all the popular ones that I think would be fun and I recognize. I unfortunately am kind of like a fake Mario fan, but it's okay. This list is still gonna be fun. Yeah, as I said, let me know what your tier list would be down below. Hopefully you can hang. Hopefully your fave can hang. Okay, so hopefully I ordered the tier list in like a somewhat like understandable way. Mario! Jump in, jump in, jump in.
Yeah. Jump in, jump in, jump in. Them boys up to something.
You know, okay, wait. We're gonna start off strong. I think he hotboxes you. Mario is super reliable, very dependable, smokes you out while he's on the job. Yeah, he fixes your pipes? Why does that sound so, like, that sounds like not correct. Okay, yeah. So Mario does his plumbing work and then he smokes you out. He has a blunt already rolled and yeah, he's a good time. I feel like he's kind of quiet. You know, not super talkative, even when he smokes. He's a little reserved, but yeah, very dependable. Okay, Luigi.
Dial 999, it's a good time. Who the fuck are you? I'm a brat when I'm bumping that. Now I wanna hit my track, are you bumping that? Till the windows crack, I'll be hitting that.
This is hard because I feel like Luigi could be chill in the right environments, but okay, yeah. Luigi's a puck pass. Okay, Miss Peach is your plug. Yeah, you know, I always say royalty has to have a side hustle. Like, I don't think these women are... So I always say that I think the women in these Nintendo games, like the royalty, the female royalty in these Nintendo games are not complacent in their nepotism. They either use it to their advantage or like are just like isolate and like dissolve themselves from it in order to do their own thing. So I should really show like unedited recordings to someone with like a medical license. That'll get me a diagnosis. All of that to say, I think Peach would be a plug. I think she would have her own little side hustle. Honestly, she would sell to all the fucking toads of the kingdom. So, moving on. Bowser cannot hang. He is manipulative male. Like, yeah, he smokes, but like, don't smoke with him. Moving on. Bowser Jr., little baby, should not be smoking, but does. So he holds the J too long. Bowser Jr. cannot shut the fuck up. And why does that anger me so? Actually, I know why it angers me so much. It's because I'm a yapper too. Anyways, my brick queen Daisy, she hotboxes you. Yeah, I think Daisy smokes, like, I think she consumes marijuana in unconventional ways. You know, like, I don't know if it's like, I don't really want to say it's dabs because I feel like dabs have become kind of common. I want to say maybe she's the type of girl to make like those crazy edibles. Like, do you guys ever see those Instagram ads for like workshops for like marijuana classes where you make like infused smoothies? Maybe it's just where I live. Probably that. But she gives me that. I think she's very much like a infused tea type of girl, or like I could see her making some like crazy like full course meals that are like edibles. I think there's like a show like that on Netflix. Yeah, that shit goes kind of crazy. So that would be her. Okay, next is FFS Diva Rosalina. FFS Diva Rosalina, I think, is a puff pass. I think Rosalina is a puff pass because she had a really bad relationship with not just marijuana, but like, you know, maybe a handful of other drugs at one point. But now she's on the straight and narrow, and she knows her limit. She only does like 3 puffs a week, maybe a glass or 2 of champagne at brunch. Yeah, skincare every night. Next is the twink compatriot Luma. Luma, I think, is your plug. Luma is your plug for everything. They're the plug where you have their phone number, but you cannot text them about anything like that. There's like other methods of communication. So that's just like their level of discretion, which honestly I can appreciate. Yeah, Luma's kind of a vibe. They're really fun to be around. You honestly like would go out with them. Yeah, they're a lot of fun. Okay. DK is a puff pass. DK is a puff pass because he doesn't want to get too high, because he just like doesn't like that. He has like responsibilities too, you know. But yeah, I think he would be like so sweet to just like, it would be really sweet to just like cuddle and watch a movie with him. I think that would be like, oh, laying on his fur. Oh, it's probably, I mean, it honestly might be kind of like mangy a little bit. Okay, anyways, Diddy Kong holds the J too long as well. I think kind of like Bowser Jr. is also a fellow yapper. All 3 of us, gang. I don't think he would be like as annoying as Bowser Jr., but yeah, I think he could just get like carried away and just like burn your shit. So, or like green out. I could see him greening out really easily too. Yeah. Pauline? I know I included her like young design. I don't know why I did that. So pretend it's the other one too, but honestly even her. She hotboxes you. Oh my gosh, Faye. You guys. This is about to be like the most full circle moment on the channel. I could actually cry. So in my previous tier list, I have been an extreme hater of characters who I think give like performer energy or who like sing, because like sometimes being around someone when you're high and they start doing that shit is just too fucking much. Especially when they can't read the room and they just keep going when everyone wants to be doing something else. But on an incredible healing note, Miss Pauline fucking brings it home. Bitch, I could cry thinking about her songs. So, Yoshi. Okay. Gotta bring it down. I don't think can hang. Like, yeah, you know, like thinking about in Mario Galaxy, and like honestly, even in the new fucking bullshit game, he kind of gives like Kirby energy where he can like absorb things and get power from it. So yeah, could you imagine him just like eating a nug? That would be good. I mean, he's already fucking green, like. So yeah, I don't know. I just don't think it'd be good. Like, he's just like too sweet, you know? Sometimes characters are just like too wholesome to smoke. Like, wholesome characters can smoke, but there are characters who just like pass the threshold and it's like, no. Some things are not for everyone, you know? And that's okay. And yeah, weed is not for Yoshi. Birdo, on the other hand, you know, the dolls kind of run the Mario universe. So she's a plug. We have no choice but to give it to her. I almost feel like same vibe as Luma. Like, I think she probably sells a lot of stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like kind of obsessed with her. Goombella. Okay, so now we're getting into characters that I'm like not as familiar with. We're getting into more like side characters now. So Goombella, I think she holds the J too long too. Yeah, I don't know. Like, enough. Madame Flurry hotboxes you. She hotboxes you, and like she has a sweater on hand, she has snacks on hand, she has a movie, 3 movie choices on deck because decision paralysis. She is a fucking vibe. Vivian, I'm telling you, the fucking dolls run the Mushroom Kingdom. Vivian, I think, is a puff pass. Girlie's been through some shit. Yeah, so she might not want to smoke around everyone. Like, she's pretty reserved. But I think when she is comfortable, it's like a really good time. She feels good. But it has to be in like the right setting. Which, you know, context and environment are important. Like, you don't have to be high everywhere and high all the time. So now that I'm done being a hypocrite, I think Toadsworth hotboxes you. I think he hotboxes you and he goes on like a very intellectual, you guys have a very intellectual conversation, or he goes on like a tangent of something that like, OMG, who was I even on? Toadsworth? I don't know. Toad cannot hang. Toadette hotboxes you. Okay. The fucking Sprixie princesses. Yeah. And you know, They're all specialized in different things. The beauty of it all. Gino, I think, is a pup pass. Plussy, I don't think can hang. No. Like, no, oh my god. Could you imagine them being too high and you're trying to like fucking ride on them down the river? No. No. Okay. Waluigi, this fucking diva, is a plug. Yeah. Like, you know, he kind of has like weird energy a little bit. A little bit. A fucking lot of it. But, you know, he is very reliable. You know, he kind of reminds me of like one of my plugs. And they give me free stuff. So, like, that's the vibe he has. Wario? No, cannot hang. He's like Bowser in the sense that he has like the same male manipulator, like negative, weird vibe energy. But imagine that with like gross, burping, farting type shit, literally. No. Okay, next is Cow. And I think Cow, fuck it, they hotbox you. They hotbox you at the barn. I could see you guys hotboxing and like knitting. I know they don't have opposable thumbs, so that would be impossible. But they ride a fucking motorcycle. So, let me live. Lakitu is a pup pass. Okay, hear me out. I'm gonna say something crazy, as if I haven't said like a bunch of crazy shit this entire video. Lakitu kind of gives me like cuck. Okay, Nabbit cannot hang. Nabbit is a fucking thief. They say that the J is finished when there's a quarter of it left and it's like up his ass. Goomba holds the J too long. I think Koopa fucking hotboxes you. Like, look at his little chill face and fucking laid back pose. That's a dude who smokes you out whenever you ask. That's a dude who hands you the pen whenever he takes a hit of it. You don't even have to ask. Whenever he takes a hit, he's just like... It's so chill. I love people like that. Because, like, I try to be like that. Because I hate asking for hits of other people's stuff. Especially when it's like a pen like that. Because, like, I don't know. For some reason it feels just like you're mooching. I don't know. It's like a difficult, I don't know. So he breaks that mentality and he's very chill with that. Sharing is caring. And that is how Koopa feels. And as chill as fucking Koopa is, Koopa Paratroopa is a fucking plug. I mean, like, he literally fucking flies. So, like, there is no excuse about not having same day delivery. And he holds up to it, you know. There doesn't even have to be an argument. It just happens. I believe Piranha Plant... I think Piranha Plant is a pup pass. I don't think too much weed would be good for them. I think they can only have like one hit. I don't know what would happen if they had too much, but I don't think it would be good. Shy Guy. I think it hotboxes you. I don't think he hotboxes you in like the literal sense. Like, he might have weed sometimes, but I think when you do smoke around him, or just like are around him in like social settings, I think he actually turned the fuck up. Give that guy a couple shots in a bowl, I think it's over. Boo cannot hang. I think in addition to either being too wholesome or just like being negligent if they were too high, I think Boo gives like mooch energy very negatively. But I think King Boo, I think they hotbox you. Charge and Chuck, I think is annoying as fuck. Holds the J too long and owes you too many goddamn bucks. That didn't really super rhyme, but we're gonna pretend it was a bar. Yeah, he holds the J too long. Just like, I don't know, like his little face when his helmet is off. That just like annoys me. Wart, can I hang? He is like literally a club owner. Like, could you imagine smoking with like, it's like smoking with like a club owner or like a greasy promoter. No. Okay. Kamek? I think it's a plug. Yeah, you know, just like, look at them. Okay, PD Piranha, I think holds the J too long. Not in necessarily like a negative sense, more so in just like a couch lock sort of sense. Dry Bowser, I think hotboxes yo. You know, the energy he gives me is like if Buck Angel wasn't a conservative. At first I had the Koopalings all together, but I figured if I was doing some characters like separate from a group, I might as well just separate them. But I might rapid fire through them. Okay, I think Roy, okay, no, they cannot hang because he gives me performer energy in the total opposite way of Pauline, in a really negative way. Morton holds the J too long. Lemmy fucking hotboxes yo. Look at his little cracked face. Much like Shy Guy, honestly kind of the life of the party. Larry, I feel like Larry's like too pure to smoke, you know? Ludwig holds the J too long. He kind of gives me fucking like narcissist energy. Iggy, I think also hotboxes you. He kind of looks fun. And Wendy is a fucking plug. Next, Madame Brood, Miss Brood. Madame Brood, I think, I don't know. I don't really like her. She can't hang. I don't know. Topper, I think is a puff pass. I think Sputer can't hang because anything that could give him nausea is not good. I think Rango, you know, he looks like he grows his own weed. So he's a plug. But he's like a plug to his local community in like a very low-key way. He's like older. Harriet, I think hotboxes yo. Yeah, you guys smoke together and have like MTV reruns and like music video watch parties. Yeah. And of course, I can never not include a super silly character or person on the development team. So, last but certainly not least in this tier list is Mr. Miyamoto. And you know, I don't think he can hang. Okay, well, this is our final tier list. This was a lot of fun. This was a video that I've been wanting to make for a while now. So, as I said earlier, I felt like this was the perfect time. It's honestly kind of ironic, given the fact that I haven't even seen the first Mario movie somehow. So maybe I'll remedy that by the time this video is uploaded and the second movie comes out. I definitely won't see it in theaters, but I'll see it somehow. Again, I would love to know your tier list down below. Let me know if there were any characters that obvious ones that I forgot to include. Yeah, I really have no idea what I want my next video to be. So we'll see, but again, this was so much fun. I had a really enjoyable time. I hope you guys did too. I hope you all have a good day, night, week, whenever you're watching this, and I see you in the next one. Bye!